discretion is advised. Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Loveline, coast to coast.
It's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. Or is it the picture of Dorian Gray? Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew's a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Dr. Bruce is in the house, although he's not in the studio.
He's doing laser treatments to everybody.
I've
had anal sex and I passed out a couple times.
Oh, yes, really?
Doctor, yes, he reveals many intimate details of his personal life when he fills in for Dr. Drew whenever Dr. Drew is chasing change across the country, as he's known to do. All right, so Drew just had a little laser shot around the eye area.
No, it's the face. Everything
full face. Yeah. Full face. And what does this laser do?
It burns your face.
Yeah.
No, it theoretically gets into the subcutaneous tissue and restructures your collagen.
And how does it work?
This is Bruce's thing. Want to get Bruce in here and ask him?
No. All right, you know why? Because our listeners are too young.
You had to have laser on your faggoty self, as you say.
Wow.
Whoa.
Drew.
Wow.
Pretty tough allegations
there. Skin Enhancement, is that the name of the organization?
Yeah.
All right, Bruce, if people are interested in laser microdermabrasion, it's 888-340-7790. 888-340-7790. And he's doing everyone. Just Ann.
Yeah.
Angela, Tammy.
Yeah. Tammy from the mother station here at K-Rock, by the way. I always have to explain the show when Drew does more than 3 syllables.
The thing just goes, and it's like burns. It burns, it goes like a sunburn.
And when will we know if it had any positive effects?
Bruce? Okay. When will we know if it's had any benefit?
Didn't bother asking Bruce that, huh?
No, he said you have to repeat it in 2 weeks and then again every month for 4 months.
I'm already Yes, Bruce.
Go ahead, Bruce.
After a couple of treatments, you can generally tell. So at the end of the first month, depending on the level of wrinkling, the depth of the wrinkles, it's great for fine wrinkles and shrinking pore size. What are you laughing at?
You
had anal sex and I passed out a couple times.
All right. All right, Bruce. The mic's still hot.
Why are you laughing at Bruce?
I just love Dr. Spaz. Okay, shall we hop on the phones?
Let's go.
Help the kids, Chris?
Yes, sir.
You're 19?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Not much. I was just kind of, chilling outside, getting ready to wind it down for the night on the East Coast side right now. I was calling to just get a little philosophical discussion started and see what y'all think about chivalry being so underappreciated or, for that matter, overrated amongst ladies.
Okay, well, his line is bad, so I'll put him on hold and he can listen in. Chivalry, Drew.
Yeah,
is it still alive?
Yeah, of course it is. And any guy that calls in with a question about chivalry, underneath that is, why do women not crap on nice guys? That's right. That's what that's his motivates his call.
Here's the thing about chivalry. Women do want it, but they want it from the guys who don't want to give it up, not the guy who hands it out.
That's right.
For free.
That's right. It's like they want sort of wild animal that they want sort of behaving properly.
The guy they want them to send the flowers is the guy who doesn't send the flowers. The guy that wants to open the car door and pull out the chair at the restaurant is the guy who doesn't do that.
Yeah.
If you start that on date number 1 and carry that into the first 3 months of the relationship, it'll be forgotten about. You'll just be that guy. There'll be no training.
Yeah.
And what women want to do is not it's not the action that they want. It's breaking the man of his spirit, therefore getting the action that he doesn't want to give. It's not so much that they want it, it's that he doesn't want to do it and does it anyway.
But chivalry is quite well accepted. Women appreciate that.
Yeah. Couldn't hurt.
It's just for the nice guys, it's not going to help you any.
But don't dole it out in big heaps. Use it sparingly.
Well, be consistent. I'll be real consistent. That's what I've noticed. Consistent.
Yeah, but not over the top with it.
Not over the top.
It's like cologne.
Yeah.
Here's what it is. Yeah. Cologne smells good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so should you bathe in it?
Yeah.
No, too much.
Yeah.
Just a little spritz. I like to put a little dab on my finger and put it right behind each ear, right on the neck there, Drew.
You're gay.
Thank you. Ben?
Hello?
You're 18?
Yeah.
What's up?
Is this Loveline?
That's right, Stoner.
Could I ask you a question?
Go ahead, Ben.
Go ahead, I have to ask you.
No, we're here, Ben. Go ahead, go.
All right. Hang on, Ben. blow out that big bong load you just sucked in and hang on for a second.
For about 100 minutes.
Get your wits about you. Danny?
Yeah.
You're 15?
Yeah.
What's up?
Nothing. I just want to know about, like, my penis. It's, like, uncircumcised.
Yeah.
And it stinks.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm, like, I don't know what to do.
Do you have any sort of debris in there? Is it tough to keep it clean?
No, not really.
No? Any irritation? Do you let it get real dry before you fold the skin back up?
Why
don't you? The bacteria love wet environments, so do fungus, okay? So, and the smell comes from bacteria usually. So you got to let that area get really dry. I mean, literally, I take a hair dryer.
Move to Arizona.
Move to Arizona.
That's what my grandfather did.
And but you take a handheld hair dryer and just dry it off with the skin pulled back, and then that's it. It should heal up, and keep it real clean.
All right.
Regularly, all right?
So I wash it all the time.
Keep it dry.
Yeah, dry it off real good. Hit it with the hair dryer. If your mom catches you, tell her you're styling your pubes.
All right.
Okay?
She'll be proud then instead of shocked.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. You ever part your pubes, Drew?
No. Can't say.
Crystal?
Yes?
Do you have pubic hair, Drew? Because you don't seem to have hair anywhere else on your body.
No, I got it.
Crystal?
Yes.
You're 20. What's up?
Yes. Well, I've been dating this guy for 2 years, and we live together. And recently, like the past 3 months, he has really started to get on my nerves, and it's turned to the point where I don't even love him anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't really know what to do.
Break up.
Well, I know, but I don't know how.
Yeah. Is this your first love? This is the first relationship really like this?
Yeah.
2 years you've been going out.
Mm-hmm.
When did you really think it was kind of over?
Well, when I met this other guy.
How long ago was that?
Well, a month ago. But see, 2 months before that, he's just a hypochondriac, and I didn't notice this until about 3 months ago.
He's already gotten your nerves.
Yeah. All right. And what are you doing with this new guy?
Well, no sex or anything like that, but
you know he likes you.
To the point. Well,
where did you meet him?
The new guy?
Yeah.
I've known him for 5 years.
I see. Injured reserve.
Yeah, injured reserve. The bullpen.
You know what? Oh,
he's not his best friend, is it?
No.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what's bizarre about this is the guy, Crystal. What's your boyfriend's name? Josh. Totally oblivious. He's been together for 2 years. He's on cruise control. He's on autopilot. You guys have been living together. He thinks everything is cool. He would tell his buddies right now, sure, we argue about who does the dishes every once in a while, but everything's great. Probably going to get married in another year and a half. Then you drop the bomb on him, tell him you're not into it, you want to break up. He starts spazzing out, so you soften it a little. Look, I just need a little time to clear my head.
Exactly. How did you know that?
Because I know what
I
know what you chicks do. Thank you. I just want to clear my head. I just want to get my thoughts together.
I love you, but I'm not. Well, I love you, but
you're right. But I'm not in love with you.
No, it's not to that point yet. I love you, but I'm sorry.
If he'd go back to the way he was...
No, stop it. Just stop it. You're just seeing who he is now. You're just waking up out of your stupor.
Here's what happens. Now, he goes, all right, whatever. Get your head together. I'm going to move in with my folks for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Then it's like 4 days later, he hears from one of his buddies, she's dating Stu.
Oh.
And this guy's, he's mesmerized.
Baffled.
He's baffled.
Yeah.
He's like, we just broke up. She started dating a dude.
I haven't broke up. She just said she needed her space. She loves me. She loves me, right?
She's dating a new dude?
She's not dating. She loves me.
How did she meet a dude in 3 days? It's been, Jesus Christ, it's been 72 hours. What the hell?
I haven't left my bathroom.
I've only jacked off 11 times since we've been broken up. But here's what it is, boys, especially when you're dealing with a 20-year-old woman. The reason she dropped the hammer on you is because there's someone else. She's not technically cheating. She's not done anything with the other guy yet. But there's an unspoken agreement, which is out with the old and in with the new.
No, the manager's at the mount.
Right.
Yeah.
I have had this happen to me way more than once.
The card's going over to the bullpen.
That's right, calling for the bullpen. So, Crystal, whose place is it? Your place or his place?
Both.
Well, whose name is on the lease?
Both.
Can you get out of it?
That's the rough part, because it's almost like we're married, because, it's just like we have the same bank account. Everything.
You got to unravel it. You got to tell him you got to move home. You got to move home.
If I don't, I feel like I might cheat on him, and I do not.
Crystal, you've got to be an adult.
You're already cheating on him.
Yeah, I know, but you've got to be an adult. You've got to just start the ball rolling, and it's going to be messy, and you just got to plunge in.
Is he going to be devastated?
Well, I don't know, because, I mean, it used to be when we fight, I'm leaving, and I'd, beg him to stay. But then last time, I didn't, and it totally, freaked him out. So now he's being super nice.
Yeah.
I just know that as soon as I give in, he's just going to be a dick again.
Well, forget that even. Once you tell him you want to leave, it's going to be drama city.
Do you have any kids?
Oh, no way. We have 2 fish.
Oh, good.
Good. All right, what's he do for a living?
Well, he works at a factory.
I see. Right. And what do they do at this factory?
They build windows and doors.
No. Which one?
Peachtree.
No, never heard of it.
Peachtree Street?
No, they do they do that double glazing?
Everything.
Sweet.
What is that?
That's where they have the dual glass.
For the weather?
With the argon gas in there. Insulation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I work there, too.
Oh, baby. Good times.
Rough,
working around all that wood.
Office.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, now, what are you going to do when you break up with him and you're working in the same plant?
Oh, that's the whole deal. It's like I just recently started working there.
Okay. Well,
it's like we see so much of each other and it just gets on my nerves.
And where's this third guy?
He works there, too.
I had a feeling.
Your boss?
No, he's not.
What department's he in?
Well, see, Josh does the doors and he does the windows.
He's in the sash department.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, those guys already have it out for each other. You know, the door guys and the window guys, they're like the Army and the Navy.
Well, they must have huge football.
Big rivalry. Yeah. Huge.
At every factory picnic. Sack races.
Sure.
Yeah.
A lot of competition between those two branches of the openings world. All right. Somebody's going to have to get out of that factory.
Yeah, I think Crystal is.
Okay. I'll break up with the guy. Steph?
Yeah?
You're 17.
Yep.
What's up?
Well, I'm good and everything. It's just this last weekend, I had sex with my boyfriend, and I had finished my period on, Thursday or Friday-ish. Somewhere around there. Can't remember. And tonight, I noticed that whenever I've had to go to the bathroom, or it feels like I have to go to the bathroom a lot, and I don't.
Yeah, well, you have a urine infection now.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, and that's from having sex, and you need to get that treated because that can get up into your kidneys, and it can actually kill you.
Yeah, it feels like something is just cutting my inside.
Yeah, well,
Wait, is there blood?
Yeah.
When you pee?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just the degree of inflammation in the bladder. You've got to get that taken care of. I mean, it's possible there are other things, too, but it needs to be looked at.
My boyfriend had an infection, a stomach infection or something.
No, this is just from the bacteria being pushed up into your bladder while you're having sex.
I'll tell you, once women hit puberty, they never stop bleeding. They just never stop.
They bleed from everywhere.
That's what I've learned from this show. I mean, a guy, you bleed, hey, you've earned it. Playing a little basketball, caught a fingernail, fine, you're bleeding. You dump your dirt bike, you're bleeding. Women just never stop, and for no reason.
Well, their soul is so slowly seeping from them.
Yeah.
Once they get kids, it goes in that direction.
They just never stop bleeding. If it's I got some kind of tumor or some kind of polyp or something that's putting pressure on something. Do women have polyps?
Polyps, yes.
I mean, polyps? Well, that's East Coast.
Yeah, it is.
Called a polyp, a polyp.
Old school.
How do you spell polyp?
P-O-L-Y-P.
P what?
P-O-L-Y-P.
Polyp. Hannah and her sisters. Jennifer?
Yes.
You're 19?
Yeah.
What's up?
Okay. This is a long story, but I'll try to make it as short as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've been in a relationship for 3 years and 2 months. 1 year and 7 months ago, when he moved here, it was an out-of-state relationship, long distance. He started hitting me.
Yeah, I was gonna pull my wallet out for her before she told me that piece.
And hit her with it, or you want to gamble?
Gambling.
I see. Go ahead.
No, I was never. There was no alcoholic or drug.
Okay.
Nobody ever picked up an object and hit you.
Ever.
Or used their hand to hit you.
My father, but that was something.
Yeah. Oh, but she deserved that. Wait a minute. Oh, no, that's okay. And you understand that's where this comes from, Jennifer.
But it was it wasn't something that they would just slap. It was like a slap on the butt or something.
Yeah. All right.
It wasn't to the point where the way I got hit.
Well, they always got empty. But how old is this guy? 3 years and 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
He was 18 and you were 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was 15, just about to turn 16.
I see. And now you guys have moved in together a year and 7 months ago.
No, he never moved in with me. It was
he moved into state.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, he starts beating on you just like that.
Yeah.
But you don't live together.
No.
All right. And you want to end this relationship?
The thing is, he hasn't called in 3 days. He said he wants to show me his lesson, and that when I get my head out of my, you know what, not to call him.
Okay. Yeah. Why is he teaching you a lesson?
Every time he's done it, see, I was pregnant. Even while I was pregnant.
With his child?
Yeah.
All right. Did you give birth?
Yeah, I did.
Where's the kid?
With me.
Ooh, bad times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a boy or a girl?
Boy.
Yeah.
9 pounds. He was
more
born.
Criminals.
He was born 9 pounds 10 ounces.
Oh my God!
Big criminals.
Are you diabetic?
Big husky criminals.
Oh no, I'm not diabetic. I'm perfectly healthy. I was just.
You hooked on anything?
No. Oh my God, no.
You're not doing any drugs?
Never in my life. I've never touched a cigarette.
Okay. All right. So you have no excuse. You're not high. You're not strung out. You know what's going on. This guy hasn't.
I have severe withdrawal. I want to call him so bad.
But didn't you say you wanted to break up with him?
No.
Well, how often does he beat you?
Listen, John.
I have flown in to meet him, see him many times just for me to get beat, just for him to accept me again.
Oh my God, that's so sick.
But how?
Okay, let me tell you guys something. Okay, he's the only boyfriend I've ever had in my life.
No kidding.
I've never had any other person in my life.
Yeah, you don't have to put up with this.
And
let us be the first to tell you.
He just made it seem like his mom got it done by his dad. And it's something very normal, and all women deserve it. And he told me himself, he said, all women are bees. You know what I'm talking about?
Bitches?
Yes. I'm sorry. Can I say that? I don't know. I don't want to say anything.
Why would you put up with this? If things have been so wonderful in your life, except for death beating you, why would you put up with anyone who feels this way about you or other women? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
To be honest with you, I don't know. I've just been brought up that if a woman has slept with another man or anything of that sort, no other man will want him. And he himself would tell me from day one.
That if you've slept with any other man, that you're tainted and that's it, no one will ever want you again?
He told me that I'm his use.
Wait a minute, that would make every woman above the age of 18 tainted and no man would want them.
Hold on, I buy that, Drew. What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
But all right.
Well, wait a minute.
We're willing to make exceptions.
Wait, what are you saying?
I'm agreeing with her.
What?
Sure.
So all women over 18 are tainted?
Well, most, yes. Jennifer.
Yeah.
Okay, now listen to me, Mama.
Uh-huh.
You have a young child.
Yeah.
You cannot bring this child up around this sort of horrible abuse.
He's not being brought up with me. Because parents will not, they never accepted it from the beginning. He's not with me like...
Good.
Who has him?
He's in another family.
You adopted him out?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, my God. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, okay. Now we're back with you.
Good. Now you can break up with this guy who is trying to teach you a lesson.
How could he break up with a student?
All right, Jennifer, you go get this book. It's called But I Love Him. Go read that. All right?
I love him.
But I love him.
UCLA.
I am at home. I dorm with my parents. I'm a bio major. I'm going to be taking Dr. Drew's seat in a couple of years.
Yeah. I'm going to put that seat out in the dumpster. Hold on a second. Let me talk to my partner. What? Junior college. Check it out. She said she was UCLA.
She'll be by the time she's 20. She'll be there. Check it out.
What do you mean? What am I supposed to do? I ask her to look a year into the future?
Jennifer.
Yeah.
Are you on one of those junior college tracks into UCLA?
No.
You're there now at UCLA.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
What's the main building called there?
Ackman.
All right. You're lucky I don't know any buildings over there. Wait, I know Royce Hall. Now, wait a minute. Oh, she just hung up.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on with her? I mean...
She's got a personality disorder.
She has a disorder?
Yeah.
What's up?
We couldn't get it. I can't make a diagnosis out of it. But she was beaten by her dad, so she's got that sort of idea. So what happens when kids are beaten? I want to explain this to you. This is interesting.
Yeah.
When kids are beaten, one of the feelings that young children cannot have is powerlessness. It literally equates with I don't exist. Your brain will not let you have that feeling. So what your brain does, it converts this whole circumstance into that wonderful, bigger-than-life adult is doing this to me because I deserve it. I need it. It's good for me. They know better. It's good for me. Now I'm back in control again. I'm in power again. And that's who I am, is the person the powerful person that I idealize and need comes and abuses me. Because otherwise I don't exist.
Right.
And so she's found that in this abusive asshole guy. Now, she also clearly has some other kinds of character problems. You can feel it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's something else going on besides that.
Looney is a tune, this one.
Not Looney a tune, but some issues, some traits, some issues.
10 kinds of nuts, she was.
Yeah, well, you know. And she can't, and she's 19, and she's had adolescent issues. She can't see things. She has no insight.
Break up with the guy. Find yourself a nice Asian guy over at UCLA and start a good life together. Thank God she gave the kid up for adoption.
Yeah. See, I mean, we got to hang with her on that anyway, right?
Yeah, I think her parents forced her hand on that.
True, right.
Okay. We're going to take ourselves a break. When we come back, we'll speak to Emma. Emma's 18, can't have an orgasm with a vibrator or by masturbating, but can with oral. We'll get to that after this. Oh, didn't see your hand there, Anderson. Hey, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Blink 182 in here tomorrow night. Tom and Mark and...
Well, I heard Wednesday...
the hell's that drummer sing?
Hey, Ann.
I'll figure that out tomorrow night.
To talk about it. I heard Jerry from the Survivors coming here Wednesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll be interesting. And let's hop back on the phones here. Speak to... speak to Emma. It's 18. Emma?
Hi.
What's happening?
I never knew what an orgasm was until I went out with my ex-boyfriend, and now that I do, and I broke up with him, I can't orgasm by myself.
How come?
By masturbating.
How come?
No mouth on her vagina, perhaps?
I'd be interested in her perception of it. What's the problem?
I don't know. It feels good, but it just doesn't have that burst of, I don't know.
How come? What do you think?
I don't know.
Drew, when is the last time you got a satisfactory answer out of anyone that called this show when you said, what are your feelings, how come?
Yeah, you're right.
Give me a little window into your thinking.
No.
Ever been a satisfying answer?
No.
Other than, I don't know, I can't explain it, I don't know. Don't ask. Yeah, that's right. That's why you're calling. That's why you don't hear me asking questions. I yell at the callers and I tell them what to do, but you never hear me ask them anything.
All right, because I believe that a big part of this is you need a person. You have to be connected with someone for all that to start happening spontaneously.
You're talking about to work the vibrator?
No, if that's the way it works for her, but just to work the clitoris.
I see, with the vibrator.
Yeah. And later on, it might start to work more spontaneously without another person. But at this stage, oftentimes, I find that women need to be connected with someone.
Okay.
Or it doesn't really kind of make sense. Does that fit for you?
It kind of does, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? You need that sort of closeness in order for the whole thing to sort of work.
Uh-huh.
Who broke up with who?
He broke up with me.
Ooh. What happened?
He says it was an age thing. He was 23, and I was 18, so I don't know.
I see.
He doesn't want to get back or anything?
He doesn't want to get back?
Or you obviously do, right?
Yeah, I did for a while, but I've kind of accepted it.
Well, maybe it's time to find a new boyfriend.
Yeah, that's another thing with me. He was my first boyfriend, and I was 18. This was like earlier this year. And I don't know, I just kind of have an issue with intimacy, I guess.
Because of that? Because of that relationship?
No.
You always have had that?
Yeah.
What's the problem?
I think it's a cultural thing.
What?
Not from America, so...
Where are you from?
From Zimbabwe. It's in Africa.
Oh, yeah, we're hip. And how long you been out here?
For 4 years.
Yeah. Are you supposed to have some kind of accent?
Well, I spoke English when I was there, so...
I see.
Yeah.
You didn't have any weird genital rituals done on you or anything?
No.
Okay. Well, you dodged that Zimbabwe bullet. And now you're out here. What are you doing?
I'm in college now.
Where?
MU. Missouri, at the University of Missouri.
From Zimbabwe to Missouri.
A lot of guys at your school, right?
Yeah.
What about this guy? What was he? Was he from Zimbabwe?
No, he was American.
Regular guy? So you like American guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys.
So just find yourself another American guy.
Okay, all right.
I'll go right down on you again.
Yeah, okay.
How's your dad?
He's cool. He's in Zimbabwe right now.
I see. So he doesn't know what these American guys are doing to your vagina, right?
No.
Okay. All right. And what's the problem with the culture?
I don't know. My mom is kind of... She doesn't... I don't know. Guys, and we're not supposed to date really early, and the whole thing with that. And
okay. Hey, listen. When in Rome, you do what the Romans do, right?
All right.
All right. You're suggesting that
in the
somebody
United
could
States
be saved
now.
from us.
Time to start whoring around.
We have another immigrant ruined, right?
Too late. She's already been corrupted.
Yeah.
By the tongue of this American, the velvety tongue of this brash young American 23-year-old.
Horrible, horrible person.
That's right. All right. You find a new guy, you forget all about him.
Okay.
All right. Good times. Bye-bye. All right.
That makes sense to me. If you were in Zimbabwe, you'd dream of a day when you'd finally get to Missouri, wouldn't you?
Listen, I grew up in North Hollywood, and I dreamt of a day when I'd arrive in Missouri. Christina?
Yes, sir?
You're 15?
Sure.
Yes, sir, I am.
Howdy. Howdy. What's up?
Well, okay, I have, this thing. I like to get, a lot of guys and make them think that I really like them when I don't, and, they're, a lot older than me.
What does that do for you?
See, I think it's maybe because, I'm, homeschooled, and we live, out in the country, and I don't, know a lot of guys and stuff, and I think I just kind of like the attention.
Okay, so you're sort of lonely. Mm-hmm. There's some way of controlling people and getting people to notice you, huh? So, by the way, Adam, you know what? You know how I do this with the paper? Mm-hmm. This could not annoy you as much as you sitting here writing numbers. Drives me insane every night.
Well, listen.
You write numbers every night. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. He's down to 40 here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
You know why I do that?
No.
I look at this job as being a prisoner. It's like
Papillon.
Yeah, you know what guys did in the Gulag? You know, they do those war movies. They just sit there and put scratches in the wall. Yeah. That's what I do. Yeah. One time I get to
let me fool with my paper here.
But you know why? Because it makes noise on the air. It doesn't bother me. It's just you can hear it.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
All right.
Anderson can hear it too. You always do that, Drew. Very passive aggressive. Christina?
Yes, sir?
Sorry for that outburst.
That's fine.
Why are you doing homeschooling, and how's the football team this year?
I have no idea. I don't know. I've always been homeschooled, and my parents just wanted to do it.
Well, maybe you need a peer group of some type, right?
They don't really let me do a whole lot.
Why? Can your homeschool arrange dances and proms with other homeschools, or play them in a basketball game or something?
Oh, they don't let me talk to guys or anything.
Are you in some sort of cult or something?
No.
No weird, no religious thing, or?
Oh, no.
What's your dad do for a living?
He's vice president of a roofing company.
No.
What kind?
Roofing company.
Oh.
Roofers are some of the worst society has to offer. No, it's horrible. They sit up there with that hot mop all day.
No, he's the vice president. He's the white collar guy.
Yeah, let me tell you, vice president, you and 2 guys, you own the van. That makes you the vice president. Please. Christina.
Yes, sir?
Your folks have to let you assimilate into society a little bit.
And those are skills you need in order to function in the world.
How do you go to college when you're homeschooled?
You get a diploma when you graduate.
Yeah, but how do you make that transition, though? It's tough enough going from high school to college.
Your mom uses an eyebrow pencil and scrawls it out on her apron and hands it to you.
Actually, I'm graduating next year, and
Sure, why not just graduate this year? Who cares? I mean, you take the SATs, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to go off to college somewhere?
Yes, I'm planning on going to college.
Do they have home college?
Yes, but not. I'm going to study to be a veterinarian and stuff.
Hold on a second. You know what I'd like to do? First off, is there a 15-year-old girl in America that doesn't think she's going to be a veterinarian? Is she alive? Has a female been born yet that did not think she was going to be a veterinary doctor at some point, at some stage, just for a fleeting moment? Has there been a woman born who has not thought that? No. Okay. As it turns out, it's usually just lesbians who end up working around animals. Somehow they can identify with the extra hair or the weight. I don't know what it is, but the lesbians love animals.
You're trying to endear yourself? Is that what you're saying?
No. Here's what I'm saying. I don't understand this homeschooling. I don't trust parents who put their kids in homeschooling. Hey, if your kid is a danger to themselves or other students, fine. But if not, you're screwing them up. And why not then just keep them through home high school, home college, and then get them into a home doctoral program and let them be a veterinarian? They can graduate magna cum laude.
And never deal with any people.
Right.
Just stay with the animals. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Let the house personnel handle the people. You just deal with the animals.
Christina?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did your parents let you watch TV?
No, sir.
Whoa.
Why not? No cable? Is there cable in the house?
No, we get like 5 channels.
No, that is child abuse. That is worse than beating a child.
So where's sort of your connection with your peers?
Excuse me?
The show connects you with peers, huh?
Yeah, sort of. Actually, I'm not even supposed to listen to it.
No, it's the devil's radio. Are your parents some bizarre religion like a Shaker or Quaker?
Oh, no.
What are they?
We don't really go to church or anything. We're just
So it's not a religious thing?
No, sir.
But no cable?
No.
But your parents have money?
Oh, yes, sir.
And you have a nice home?
Yes, sir.
But you have no friends?
Well, I have 3 brothers and a sister.
And they're all homeschooled?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my God.
Well, my brother, he's like 17. He's not even allowed to talk to girls or anything.
But there's no religion involved with the family?
Well, we're like Christians.
Pretty devout Christians?
Not really.
You study the Bible?
Yes, sir.
See, I don't know how she would even know. How does she have any way of judging the question you're asking?
Yeah.
All she knows is what she is.
All right, let me ask some important questions. Does your dad have a beard but no mustache?
No, sir.
Yes?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
I see. How often do you study the Bible?
I read it every day.
Every day?
Yes, sir.
See, she doesn't have any contacts.
Right.
Everybody does that, right?
No.
Right, Christina?
I don't know.
See, she doesn't even know.
Listen, Christina.
Yes, sir?
Your parents are religious nut jobs. That's what's going on. And they're raising you in some kind of cult-like environment.
Oh.
This is no different than the Waco incident, except for there's just a smaller house. Less nut jobs in it.
She doesn't know what Waco is.
Oh, you know what Waco is?
Yeah, I know.
A Branch Davidian. What is it?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
What's it called? Branch Davidian?
I think that's right.
You're calling from Texas.
Yes, sir.
How do you know what the Waco incident was? That you were allowed to read the papers?
No, I heard my parents talking about it.
I see. Okay.
And they were sympathetic.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
So Waco.
Well, Drew, what do you want him to burn all the kids? Is that your plan? Christina?
Yes, sir.
Ah, boy. You need to dig a tunnel out of your room like Hogan's Heroes. Out off the property and into some bar or something. Into some library. Into some place that has cable.
People.
There's people. You need to cut homeschool. You need to get out of there. You need to see people. You need to experience life. And where do you meet these guys that you tempt, these older guys?
I get up real late at night when everybody else is asleep, and I get on the internet.
Oh, man.
Ooh, they let you have the internet.
Well, no, that's why I wait till everybody's asleep.
Right, because they have it for homeschooling or something?
Yeah, my mom uses it.
I see.
And they probably have it all restricted in all kinds of ways.
She probably uses it. Does your mom use the internet to communicate with other wacko religious friends?
No, sir.
All right, that was a loaded question. You're right. It's hard to answer that one. Okay, what should Christina?
Uh-huh.
Stop messing around with those guys. One of them's going to show up on your doorstep. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, now graduate, homeschool early, and go off to college somewhere.
They're not going to let me live. I like you to get my driver's license until I'm 18.
But how about college?
Can you go to college somewhere?
Yes, sir.
All right, go.
Okay.
Go
far away to college. Go to like one of those. Go to one of those lesbian schools in San Francisco. Probably have a hell of a veterinarian department over there.
I quasi-sympathize with their parents, so it's so hard to know how much to expose your kids to of the world, because it's so awful. My kids were watching The Simpsons the other night. I thought, oh my God, this is awful. But you know what? That's the world I'm releasing them into.
Releasing them? What are you, a game warden?
Yeah.
Releasing your kids into the wild.
That's what, yeah.
Well, you got to tag them first.
Yeah.
And then what you do is put a little file mark on their tooth so you can recognize them when you see them next. Sometimes they'll pull those tags off by rubbing on the bark of a tree.
The point is, they need to expose them to this stuff in sort of doses.
Increments.
Yeah, and who knows what the doses are, what the right amount is.
Sure, don't be paranoid. You're going to give your kids an eating disorder. When we come back, we're going to speak to Kendra. Kendra's 24, has orgasms, but she doesn't have emotional connection. After this.
That she feels muscles contracting and...
No. Your lesbian partner.
Yes.
Veterinarian student?
Pardon?
No. Okay. And so and do you feel, if it was a graph, would it sort of go up, up, up until something came out of you and then drop down again?
I don't think so. I think it's like, I just feel it very objectively. It's kind of like, you know how a computer can have like a thermometer and read it and be like 102. It's hot out, but the computer doesn't actually feel hot.
Oh boy. So what happened, Kendra?
Unless it's Robin Williams, which eventually he begins having feelings. You know, there's a movie.
Robot. Yeah.
Yeah, robot. Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder if I was molested. I've got 3 sisters.
Yeah.
And all 3 of the other ones have some kind of like lesbian something or other going on. My dad was...
Sue the water company.
Your dad was what?
My dad was very violent.
Oh, well, there you go. So that certainly can turn you off to males, certainly. It also can make it difficult for you to arouse. Being burned out, having your arousal system so sort of overwhelmed all the time, you become that person that needs a high degree of arousal in order to experience yourself.
I don't know, because my parents actually divorced when I was 3, and my mother moved, my dad lives in California, but I live in New Hampshire. That's where we moved when I was 3. So I don't even remember anything really of it.
Yeah, but your nerve endings do.
Yeah, your brain circuitry does. It's not a memory issue. It's how your brain is sort of evolving in the face of all that incredible stimulation.
Okay.
Okay. Now, how about has there been stepfathers?
No.
Nobody since?
Nobody.
What made you concerned about sexual abuse?
One of my sisters, she had come out to visit my mother's side of the family for some reason. She's actually a half-sister. And she was taken to the doctor, and the doctor went to palpate her stomach, and she, folded up in a ball.
Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. And so, how could you have a half-sister if there are no stepfather?
My dad's second wife is a lesbian. She wasn't, bisexual. She was a lesbian, but she wanted to marry my dad so that the children wouldn't be illegitimate.
Well, you got a strong lesbian theme running in your family.
My stepmother told me she thought it was funny that all 4 of us had lesbian tendencies. She said she didn't pick my dad for his masculinity.
Okay. Well, maybe she did.
He's violent.
All right.
This is very confusing. I need a chalkboard.
Kendra, you're saying you have an orgasm, you feel nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Right.
In my experience, that often is sexual abuse.
How's your relationship with your partner otherwise?
It's actually, it's very good. I think it's probably the first, actual positive relationship that I've had.
Prior to that, pretty negative and chaotic.
I had a girlfriend previously for 5 years on and off. You know how that works?
Yeah, sure.
And we were abusive to each other.
Very nice.
Prior to that, it was boys for, a few months.
All right. Well, you got a good partner now. Maybe you were abused. Possibly. Probably. Maybe a little therapy.
Maybe just some time with a decent partner and you'll start to feel again.
Oh, she's with someone decent.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe this little time, things will start to open up a little bit.
It has been, 16 months. And I've been in therapy since I was, 6. off and on, but I'm kind of like, if I don't remember anything, that's what therapists have always told me. I've brought this up, and they say, well, you know, if you remember something, we can talk about it, but if you don't...
Maybe you missed penis. No. You missed some penis?
Pardon?
Do you miss penis?
No.
Okay. Me neither.
Sorry.
I miss my balls. All right.
I don't know. People have a misconception about therapy. Therapy is not like walking down memory lane. You know, it's much more experiential than that. It's having a bunch of experience in relation to another person who you project a bunch of your old crap onto, and see where you go.
Not me. For me, it's like that old cartoon Commander McBride. I sit on a big high-back chair. I spin a globe around.
Did I ever tell you about the time out back in Australia?
Quite. And I smoke a pipe. Yes.
Then I swam across the Amazon.
That's right. Drew remembers Commander McBride.
What cartoon was he on?
There's always some controversy here. Controversy.
No, I got this.
Wasn't I discussing this with you? Weren't we arguing about this?
Nope.
That wasn't you?
Nope.
A lot of people say Commander McBride was from Rocky and Bullwinkle.
No.
I say no to that, too.
No way.
I remember it as being with Underdog.
Nope.
And
I'll tell you where it's from.
A lot of people say, I don't know.
Tennessee Tuxedo.
Good. Damn it! I was going to say that.
I know
it was in earlier.
Because I have to watch this crap again now with my kids, so I guarantee you that's what it's from.
Well, wasn't Tennessee Tuxedo and Underdog? Weren't they ever?
They were related, but no.
Okay, these were classics, everybody, before you were born. John,
how you doing?
You're 30. What's up?
My girlfriend's taking something that's termed clenbuterol, and it's in a package called Spiropent.
Clenbuterol. All right.
From what I understand, it's not really a steroid, but it's supposed to aid in weight loss.
All right.
All right. Do you have any idea what this stuff really is? It says it's kind of like an asthmatic, like medication of some form.
Yeah, it could be what's called a beta-2 agonist, and that does those sorts of clenbuterol.
Yeah. How big's your girlfriend?
Not really big at all.
Those sorts of beta agonists can help mobilization of fat, but that would be a weird thing to use. Very strange from my opinion.
I know that like athletes had taken it. I know there was some stuff about Olympic athletes that had taken it.
Why is your girlfriend taking this?
Because she wants to lose like another 5 pounds.
Does she have is she bulimic?
She's a real no. She's like a real workout kind of chick. What she's into.
That's the problem.
Yeah, it's called bulimia when they excessively work out and excessively preoccupy and start taking medicines, even though they have very low body weight.
Really?
Yeah, that's a form of bulimia.
Do you think she needs to lose the 5 pounds?
Maybe here and there, but I'd never say it. Yeah.
How much does she weigh?
About 130. She's like 5'6".
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, she's all muscle. Yeah.
All right, listen. Tell her Dr. Drew said it could be dangerous.
Especially if she's excessively working out and taking a bit. That really can go to the heart because it causes arrhythmias.
Most of that stuff is just speed.
No, this beta agonist. It's a little different. But if that's what it is, I'd have to get a pediatrician to look.
Why? What's the difference between how would you know if it was speed?
That's amphetamine. That's different. This is clenbuterol, which is
It wouldn't have the beta or the buta.
Terol.
The terol is what makes it non-speed.
Buterol is the sort of
that makes it non-speed.
Yeah.
All right, wise guy. We'll take a little break. We'll be back. Hey, Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's my trusty companion and faithful sidekick, Dr. Drew, who's in the bathroom right now as the show begins. And he wonders why I complain we get paid the same amount. It is really a travesty.
Anything can cause addiction, Adam. Did you know that?
That's David Allen Greer as Dr. Drew, who's now seen fit to rejoin us in the Loveline studio. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. And it's time to get back to the phones. Alicia?
Uh-huh.
You're 20?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, about 4 years ago, I had Graves' disease. And I got my thyroid taken out because it had actually grown back behind my throat around my windpipe and basically strangling me like a noose. So I got my thyroid taken out, and all was well. You know, I was taking Synthroid for a while, and about a couple of weeks ago,
found a little bump on my throat, on the right side of my throat. So naturally I went into the doctor and got it checked out. And
well, on this show, that's not such a natural assumption. And so naturally I did nothing, then I called the radio station.
Well, I popped the bong load and called it a day.
Yeah. So, okay, then what happened?
Yeah, so he took a biopsy, and he told me that people with Graves' disease are prone to getting thyroid cancer.
Yeah.
So my question is, after he gets the biopsy back, which is probably going to be on Wednesday.
But you had your thyroid out, though.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought for 4 years that I had no thyroid whatsoever. But he told me that normally they don't take 100% of it.
Oh, so it's called a partial thyroidectomy. Okay.
I guess.
Right.
He said something about the vocal cords, how it would rip them or something.
Well, no, there's some nerves that go through the thyroid. The recurrent laryngeal nerves that supply innervation to your vocal cords. The vocal cords wouldn't work without that nerve.
So he's saying that
stay away from
the little thyroid you have left may be cancerous now?
Well, he said that I have a really high possibility of it. It could be three things. It could just be, a lymph node, and really I would have to get it taken out at all. Or it could be cancerous, which means I have to get it out.
But they took a biopsy of it already, right?
They took a biopsy, and I don't find out until Wednesday.
Yeah.
He says
Was it in the middle or on the side?
It's on the side.
All right.
And my question is if it is cancerous, and they take it out, do I still have to go through any kind of chemotherapy or radio?
Well, if it's thyroid, it depends what kind of thyroid cancer, but thyroid cancers are very controllable, very treatable, and oftentimes they just put you on just a suppressive medication you take for basically ever.
Why don't they keep after that if you're at risk for cancer? Is it because it's not a bad cancer?
It's not a bad cancer, and it's not a bad risk.
I have another question that kind of has anything to do with that.
Yeah.
My doctor, I recently moved down to California, and I changed doctors from the one I am going to right now to her. And she upped my dosage quite a bit, and I'm at 225. And when I told the doctor here who actually did the procedure, because I flew back to my hometown in Salt Lake City, Utah.
225 micrograms.
I'm sorry?
225 micrograms.
Yeah.
0.225.
Of what?
Synthroid. Or whatever, levothyroxine.
Yeah. He said that when the doctor here, when he asked me how much I was on, I told him, it was...
It's a massive dose. It's a massive dose.
He was really surprised. He said, normally it's like 300 is the highest. So is she possibly, that doctor, should she have anything to do with this growth?
No. If anything, it would suppress the growth.
Still, you don't go to chick doctor, so, Alicia, you use your head, honey. Why don't you have those two doctors talk? Can they do that?
No, well, that's the thing. No? My insurance is different in California than it is up here, and I wanted to come up here because...
Where's up here?
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Oh, okay.
I flew home just so I can see this.
I know, but...
He knows my case. He knows...
Can't those two communicate?
She won't. She won't communicate with him. I asked for a referral. She wouldn't give me a referral. She kind of doesn't want anything to do with it.
You're an HMO, though.
Maybe you need to find a new doctor.
No, she's in a system. She's in an HMO, so it's not the doctor's fault. She can't get referrals.
But can't request that this doctor talk to her first doctor and get a case file? Doesn't that make sense?
It makes sense.
Yeah. She wouldn't do that? She can have her, email over a case file or something like that?
She asked for the records, yeah, for sure. Listen, under HMO's doctors, they get 3 minutes per patient.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds like too much.
Yeah.
How do you get 3 minutes a patient? How do you get them to wait in their underpants for an hour and a half? You only get 3 minutes.
You file a bunch of other people through to make it seem like they're interacting with somebody.
I see. So you get them in their underpants. Yeah, because my trip to the doctor officially starts when the pants come down.
Right.
So the nurse tells you to get in your underpants. You stand there like an animal for an hour and a half in your underpants, and then the doctor sees you for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Checks your throat, and lets you go home.
Yeah.
Okay. Good times. Steven?
Hello?
You're 18.
No, 16.
16. What's up?
My name is Sarah Eisenbeis, and I,
Wait, this is Sarah?
Yeah.
Oh, well, a little miscommunication on our call board here.
What's up?
All right, 16-year-old Sarah, what's going on?
Whenever I get really upset, I have thoughts of suicide, and I'm wondering. I know that's not quite normal, but it goes away when I calm down.
Yeah.
I I was molested when I was really young.
All right. So, what have you had some treatment?
No.
Don't those suicidal ideas give you a sense that perhaps something is more wrong than ought to be?
Well,
Maybe you could benefit from some treatment, that, God forbid, someday maybe you get really upset and accidentally or impulsively hurt yourself?
I've attempted before.
Yeah, so why don't you get some treatment here? Get some treatment so at least your life is not at such risk.
Okay.
Okay, and then also, by the way, you don't have to suffer with these things. There are things that can be done. The suicidal thinking, I sometimes think of as the pain, the discomfort, the emotional sort of reaction is so powerful that suicide becomes sort of a rational way of dealing with it because it's so overwhelming, it's so powerful and so painful. And the fact is, that's not normal.
Who molested you?
My next door neighbor across the street from me when I was really very young.
How long did this go on?
I only remember little bits of it, but I'm sure it went on probably for a while. Probably until I was 8.
You know what I'm going to do when I have kids? When I have to leave or leave them unsupervised for any period of time, I'm going to clip their diaper onto a flagpole. You know those hooks they use to hold the flag on there? Hoist them up, tie it off, put a little padlock on there.
Yeah, sure.
I come back, they'll be up top of the pole, just blowing in the wind.
Yeah, bring them down.
Lower them back down, give them the feeding, and then for bedtime, right back up the pole. Go back in, get some sleep.
Utopia.
All right, and this went on for how long?
It went on for probably 5 or 6 years.
5-6 years.
Yeah, the only time I just because they finally got him.
Oh.
I didn't say anything. I was about 9 when they called me up to
testify
to the police department, and I lied. I really lied. I guess I was scared. It's so stupid now. I kick myself in the head.
Don't do that. Kick yourself in the ass.
You were 9 years old. Anyway. You were 9 years old, Sarah.
What were your parents doing? I don't trust them.
My mom is an alcoholic.
There we go.
My dad is a great guy. He's dealing with her, and she's bleeding him dry of all her money. And the system is completely biased against men, and he's getting screwed. And
interesting. Are you an alcoholic?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
You don't have the gene. You don't have the tendency.
I don't drink that much. The only thing I do, which is medicinally, I smoke pot every now and then.
But you're not into it.
No, I'm not gotta have it every week.
All right. And you never tried to kill yourself?
I have.
You have?
When I did it, I've probably 4 times.
How did you try to kill yourself?
Nuprin and aspirin and just overdosing on whatever I had around.
How come that didn't bring you to treatment?
Because nobody knew about it.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Oh, man.
Well, how about getting some treatment now?
All right.
There's a plan, right?
Yeah.
It's too boring, Adam. How dare you?
I know, but listen, I was about to call her Steven because I just looked up at the screen. Sarah, what this neighbor did to you took away a certain portion of your life. And now you're taking away the rest of your life. Maybe it's through suicide, or maybe it's just through sort of destroying your life. And I'm not saying it's your fault, but that's effectively what's going on. All right, let's not do that anymore. This guy took a small chunk of your life. And the good news is no one was doing anything between the age of, 3 and 9 anyway. Just cramping on themselves and dreaming about being astronauts. So, you lost some time. That's all right. You're 16, you're young, little therapy, little treatment, little group, get your head on straight. You go off and have a good life. Right. As a matter of fact, you overcompensate because of what happened to you. You become some sort of captain of industry and basically chew everyone out all the time and make a lot of money until one day you actually break down in tears and freak everyone out in some board meeting. But until then, you have a very good life.
Yeah.
All right. Treatment. Get some treatment.
Get some care.
It happens sporadically.
Listen, treatment.
Don't make excuses.
Not treatment for the suicide. Treatment for the molestation.
Yeah.
The world is your oyster. I mean, because that's all the world is. I swear to Christ, I will sue Westwood.
Whoever said that.
If Anderson plays that again. I know I was kidding when I said that. I had to have been kidding. That's how good an actor I am, Drew. Do you understand that?
Oh, yeah. I could feel the method acting right through.
You felt that?
Yeah, the through line was there.
You know I don't care about the kids. Why would I say that? Tracy?
Uh-huh.
The world is your oyster. Because That's all you have.
No, I did not buy it that time. No, with nearly the same
I could sell
gusto, the same enthusiasm, same verve that you had in the tape version.
If I had to sell that, I could sell it.
The world is your oyster. I mean, because that's all the world is.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me try that again. I mean, the world is your oyster. Because that's all the world is.
That's all the world is.
The world is. Well, I don't have to hit the exact same inflection. How dare you? I have many different acting styles. Tracy?
Yes.
What's going on with your world and the oyster?
Quite a bit. I'm 24 years old. I was diagnosed with lupus when I was 15.
Oh, man.
And I spent 6 months in the hospital, 4.5 in intensive care.
Ugh.
And,
you okay?
I'm okay kind of now. In 97, I went into renal failure, and I've been on dialysis since then.
What's that lupus do to you, Drew?
Kidney failure. Remember we talked about that the other night.
Oh, right.
Did they put you on Cytoxan or any of those heavy-duty stuff to try to...
Yeah.
Did you lose your fertility because of that?
I don't know. I haven't had it checked. Okay. Before I started dialysis, I was still menstruating, but in the past year, that has stopped.
Sure. You're doing 3 times a week? Hemodialysis?
I do peritoneal dialysis.
Peritoneal dialysis. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good times.
You know what that is?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a different. You don't hook you up to the machine. You do it at home.
What do you do?
I do.
I'm going to show. Hang on. Don't tell Adam what you do.
Well, and
you have a spigot in your belly.
Yeah, you have that spigot in your belly.
You pour fluids into it.
Yeah, like you
would sit there.
Yeah, a radiator cap where your belly button was. Dump that right in. All right, good.
Well, I do mine at night, so I actually don't have to do anything during the day. I actually hook up to a machine at night that does the draining and filling for me.
Okay. Right. I say it's good that you're alive now.
Yeah.
Are you
they didn't expect me to live. So
are you being considered for transplant?
My mom is actually going to give me a transplant.
Fabulous. Okay.
She's going to do it herself or donate one?
She's going to donate.
I see. I was confused. Now, when I say alive now, I don't mean you're lucky to be alive. I mean in this time period.
When this can be done.
Yeah.
You'd just be screwed 50 years ago, right?
Well, I'm lucky in both senses because the doctors told my parents that I wouldn't live. So.
Yeah. I wonder why they do that. Make that proclamation.
Well, you prepare people.
All right.
But since I've been on dialysis, I've been with my fiance almost 5 years, and when we first got together, we didn't have sex for about 9 months, but when we did, we had very healthy, active sexual life.
Right.
But then...
He didn't get you in that spigot, did he?
No.
No, that you can't do that?
But, slowly over time, my sexual appetite is totally diminished. I mean, now it's like nothing.
Why don't you see an endocrinologist? Because obviously there's a lot of things can change when you're on dialysis.
Yeah.
And you could have ovarian failure. Well, she's had these medications that can screw with her ovarian function. Ovarian function can be screwed up from the dialysis. She can have premature ovarian failure just from the loop. I mean, there's lots of things that can go on with her endocrine function.
So now your kidneys, they process all the fluid that comes into you?
Part of it. Fluid, acid, base.
And they're not processing that, so you must go on dialysis, which essentially filters and replaces and puts the fluid back into you.
No,
do you drink?
Yeah. Yes. It's not about water. It's about the metabolic balance. It's about salt, about sodium, chloride, potassium.
Is that what's in the fluid that's in the dialysis?
The fluid basically uses your peritoneum, the lining of your abdomen, as a osmotic membrane. In other words, the fluids are adjusted in such a way as to pull things out of this membrane in your abdomen, about the membranes in your abdomen.
Does dialysis take fluid, though?
Yeah.
They add stuff to that?
Yeah, takes fluid out, too.
If you're on dialysis, do you drink as much fluid as the normal person?
You would, but they tend to try to restrict a little bit. So
because they're putting stuff in you?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, because you can't automatically get it off.
What do you eat? Can you eat everything?
You have to watch salt and potassium.
What about going to the bathroom?
You crapping?
Number 1 and number 2.
Some people still do a little number 1.
Oh, really?
Number 2 is usual.
Number 2 is usual? See, I'm number 2 all the time, by the way.
Oh, I'm so proud.
Almost exclusively.
You deserve the same kind of kudos that Tracy does for being on peritoneal dialysis.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's similar.
Okay, so she should talk to her endocrinologist?
She should get an endocrinologist. She really should.
Scott?
Yeah?
Stoner Scott, you're 17.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, my girlfriend, she's been giving me oral sex, and she has mouth herpes, and I was wondering if there's any way of me contracting that.
Oh, yes. That's how it gets down there.
You smoke a lot of weed?
Oh,
no.
Oh, come on, Scott.
Really?
No.
Fair amount of weed?
Every once in a while.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monday through Saturday?
3 days a week.
On Sunday.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Go.
Well, who you kidding with that I don't smoke weed rap? Jesus Christ.
Wow. Oh, man, there's the laugh.
You smoke like a bale of weed every week, don't you?
No.
Half bale.
It's very noticeable.
Really?
Yeah. Please.
Oh.
All right. Easy on that weed, brother.
Okay.
Screws you up.
All right.
Maybe it's just high tonight.
Yeah. All right.
So anyway, yes, you can get it from the mouth to the penis, the mouth to the vagina. That's how that happens. Happens all the time.
All right. So what should he do?
Don't let her give you head when she's having an outbreak.
All right.
And if man, that voice.
Wow.
And
if you guys share a bong, she could get it off that. She's
sure.
Yeah. Go from her mouth to your mouth. Sure.
There you go, buddy.
All right.
You got to get a bong liner.
All right.
Oh, that's my invention for a week. Bong liners, just like what they have at the airport bathroom, except for the top of a bong. Pull that little paper thing off, put it right on the bong.
How about a bong dam?
Yeah, bong liner sounds good. I think people can identify with that.
Bongle dam? No.
Let me tell you the problem with the bong, Drew.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a little resin in the bowl there, right? In the tube.
Isn't that a good thing?
Well, it's a good thing when you're out of weed and you got to scrape something.
Right.
It's a bad thing when you got weed and you're trying to suck it up a bong. So you get some guy and he's sucking like a mother effer because the thing's a little bit clogged. And while he's sucking so hard, he's sucking so hard, he's getting little splashes of water, he's getting all those bubbles, you know, and they're splashing up around the rim and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he hands you the bong and you put your mouth on it. Now, you don't know if that's saliva or semen. You don't know what. All you know is you think it came from someone. Best case scenario, bong water. And that's a bad deal when the best case scenario for liquid is bong water. But that's when all the stars have aligned. It's only bong water you're grabbing onto.
Where did the name bong come from? Think about that. Is that an eponym for something? Or?
It's a good question.
I mean, some hippie in San Francisco, dude.
It sounds like
that thing is like a bong, that big bong thing over there.
Right.
And how did it stick? How did that stick?
Well, let's think.
Maybe that'll be reinvented.
Roach looks like a roach.
New name.
Pipe's obviously a pipe.
Clip.
Yeah. Trying to think. Bowl is a bowl. Yeah. So let's see if we can find the origins of bong.
Pipe. It was a pipe-like originally. It wasn't like a bong.
Well, it's the same pipe you'd use to smoke tobacco out of. I mean,
what would those big
that makes sense.
Cylinders be? Yeah.
I mean, what big cylinder?
That's what bongs are made out of, right? Those big.
Don't play stupid. You know what bongs are made of.
Lucite or what?
Well, what are you asking?
Would that thing have a name if it stood by itself before it turned into a bong?
No, I think I don't know. Someone call in and tell us why bong is called a bong. Megan?
Yeah.
You're 16?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, first I wanted to say, Travis is the name of Blink-182's drummer.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Travis. I forgot about that.
And I've been homeschooled my entire life, and I've never known anyone as stupid or as messed up as Christina.
Our first caller?
Yeah, and the rest of the homeschooled callers that you guys get.
But not you.
Well, I think I've had a pretty decent lifestyle.
Except, what are you calling about?
Well, okay. My boyfriend is 17, and he recently confessed to me that he was molested when he was about 5, and he didn't even remember this until about a year ago. He thinks he just blocked it out of his memory, and it was by his babysitter's son, and he thinks he was about 12 or so.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how to deal with this because there's been a couple episodes where he's been thinking about it, and he's kind of had emotional breakdowns, and I've dealt with it okay, but I'm trying to convince him that he needs to get some therapy.
Yeah, that's all Megan, that is all you can do. You cannot fix him, you can be available, you can listen, but don't don't spend a lot of time giving him advice or, rationalizing and talking about. I mean, just listen and be available and just say, look, how much is it going to take? How much suffering you have to go through before you get some of the candy?
How old is your boyfriend?
He's 17.
Where'd you meet him? Homeschool mixer?
Actually, to keep in shape, I go running with my dog, and he had been kind of flirting with me, and one day he pulled over and asked for my number.
And driving alongside you?
Yeah, he had been driving, like, on the road, and he'd been waving and smiling at me and stuff. And I already knew who he was because my brother used to give him piano lessons. So, I live in a really small town.
No kidding. Maybe your brother molested him.
No.
Piano or cider jug?
Piano.
Okay. And why are you homeschooled?
Well, my parents are not at all happy with the way schools are today, with how drugs and guns and things like that are getting worse, and they think that public schools basically try to brainwash kids, and they don't like books like Heather Has Two Mommies and things like that. They get really upset about that. And,
I see.
Yeah.
And so they now, do they have money?
Yeah.
Why don't they just send you to a good private school?
They considered that too, but they had homeschooled my brother when it became fairly new, and it had worked pretty well, and he enjoyed it, and they told me that if I wanted to transfer to public or private school that I could when I was in about 6th grade, but I decided to go through high school homeschooled.
And what's the homeschool regimen? What time do you get up in the morning?
I usually get up about 9.
And do you have to take a bus to the living room, or there's nothing to catch? You just roll out.
I bed and do it.
You just sit home and do it. You're in your pajamas, right?
No.
TV's on. You sit in bed, you said.
Yeah. Well, I get up and I do. All right,
hold on a second. Let me attack homeschool for my final time this evening. Here's the thing about school. I didn't learn anything in school.
Except how to get up, get your ass together, get dressed, drag your butt up to a classroom at 8 o'clock in the morning.
That was iffy, but the only thing I learned in school was that something started at a certain time, that I had to be dressed and sitting in a certain place at a certain time, otherwise I would be disciplined in some way. And then a bell went off and I got up and went somewhere else. That's really about 80% of schooling for most people in the public school system. The problem with homeschooling is you get up, you beat off, and then you lie in bed and take a glance down at your algebra book. That's not really life, is it? I mean, is there a gig that affords you that? Maybe if you're going to be like a telepsychic or something, but it's hard to hold down a job that way, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Megan?
Yeah?
I don't trust this homeschooling.
So when would the teacher come?
I don't have a teacher. The course that I take is pretty independent, and it's really good, and it's one of the best in the United States. So
That's pretty amazing to give kids that kind of discipline. They just get up on their own and start working.
Well,
imagine that.
She says 9 o'clock. That means 9:45.
How many hours do you work for?
It depends on how much I can get done. Like in 2 hours, I can get about 4 lessons done, and various.
All right. Are you going to go off to college?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, you tell your boyfriend he's got to get himself a little therapy for what went on. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And
all right, thanks.
You keep hitting those books. And the good news is she's president of the French Club and captain of the Speech and Debate Committee.
And the chess team.
And head cheerleader. Yeah. When you're homeschooled, you get to be head everything, don't you?
Pitcher on the softball team.
Yeah. Drew, how do you think homeschooling would have worked for you?
Not.
You couldn't wait to get out of that horrible house you grew up in, could you?
That's it.
There really would have been a disaster, right?
Yeah, it would have been awful.
Yeah, you would have had a Columbine-type event happen in your homeschool.
At my homeschool, yeah.
Right. Sitting home with your dad talking about the value of $1. Your mom waxing off about doing some Busby Berkeley movie in 1944. You would have killed yourself, right?
I needed my friends.
Yeah.
Don't we all, though? I mean, that's really that's the whole thing. You need connection. So I don't know how Megan sounded. Megan sounds awfully good.
Let me say one more thing before we go to break. because we talk about this all the time. We talk about proximity and friends.
Yeah.
We talk about how magically the guy who grows up next door to you is your best friend, and the girl who sits behind you in history you're in love with, and I tell them it's all about proximity. Think about that as it relates to family for a second. I mean, your mom's your mom, your dad's your dad, your brother's your brother, and your grandparents your grandparents, and you love them. But then you get a little older, and just like that dude you grew up, Max Truex, my neighbor, I grew up, I thought was my best friend. Haven't talked to the guy in 30 years. Why? Turns out he lived next door. That's why me and Max were best buddies.
Right.
Not because we had anything in common, not because we're the same kind of people who had the same ideology.
Right.
Sad thing is, you get hip to that with your family eventually. They're like your next door neighbors living in your house. Oh, think about that. We'll be back.
Crazy teenagers or whatever.
No, we don't.
Don't take too much.
No, we're all right.
We're fine.
Yeah, well, I have a question about a guy that I like.
All right.
I'm not sure how to confront him about it because I'm not sure whether he's gay or not.
How old are you?
I'm 15.
And how do you think this would go if he's not gay and you sort of dropped a few hints? In other words, would that be okay? Do people know you're gay? Would it be a surprise to him?
I think it would be a surprise to him because, you know.
Is he a good friend?
No, I just met him this year.
He goes to your school?
Yeah.
Why don't you first start out with just talking about who you are? You know what I mean? Just talk about the fact that you are gay and then just expose a little bit about yourself and see how he reacts.
You ever been with a guy?
No.
So the Bahamian is still intact?
Yeah.
Do you have a supportive network of other young males who've been through this?
No, I don't know any others.
Yeah, that would be a good thing for you to have.
Mm-hmm.
Because, first of all, for heterosexuals to advise you sort of ill-conceived.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know you're a genius, you know everything, but...
You know the gays, too.
But it'd be nice to...
I would be leader of the gays if I wanted to take the time to do it. Head gay, they would call me. Your gayness, or Uranus, perhaps, is how I would be referred to by my subjects. Hey, Brian?
Uh-huh.
How do you know you're gay?
Well, I like guys.
All right, let me write that down. You watch...
If I ever did have a relationship with a girl, you know, nothing much would happen.
I see.
Yeah.
Do you masturbate?
Yeah.
You look at gay erotica?
No.
No?
No.
What do you look at?
I don't know, just thoughts in my head, I guess.
Ooh, still at that stage. It's back in the Stone Age.
Sorry, Adam.
Yeah. Yeah, you know...
Adam gets very offended very easily, Brian. I apologize.
You know what the early settlers who came to this country had when they came over on the boat?
Their imagination?
Thoughts in their head.
Oh.
Yeah. It's we've outgrown the thoughts in the head. It's time to use the VCR. That's what you should be thinking about. Do your parents know you're gay?
No, they're kind of religious.
No?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
How's Dad?
He doesn't live with me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And Mom's pretty religious?
Yeah.
Is it going to freak her out?
Yeah, because she's like you would say, the offensive parent, you know?
Yeah.
She's always a controlling mom.
I'll tell you, wait for a good religious holiday to drop the bomb. Maybe Easter, Good Friday, something like that.
What if she crucifies me or something?
Yeah. Are you planning on telling her?
No.
Good. Very healthy impulse.
I thought it'd be better if,
yeah.
Maybe when I moved out.
There
All right,
you go.
well, very good.
Good man.
Let me try to figure out whether this guy's gay. What is he into?
What do you mean,
Well, what kind of music does he listen to?
I think rap.
Mm-hmm. Does he play sports?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What sport?
Football, I think.
Uh-oh. That may not be gay. What, does he drive?
Not sure. I think he does.
What position is he in the football team? What position is he on the football team?
I'm not sure.
Does he, how does he dress?
He, sometimes Hawaiian shorts.
Hawaiian shorts, huh? Yeah, I don't know.
Crazy 4
How'd you meet him?
Huh?
How'd you meet him?
Through a class.
Class. And you're buddies now, huh? You're friends?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, why don't you just get a little more personal with him and talk about who you are and what you're up to, and just, hey, what if he's a friend?
Yeah.
And just see if he hangs with it. You know, if he's somehow repelled by that or scared of it or something, you know he's not gay, and that we might lose a friendship, but at least you sort of tested the water a little bit. And I would suggest you work very hard on getting a group of male homosexual friends who are a couple years older than you can sort of help you, support you as you go through these.
Rape you, things like that.
No.
You get some old males around a young virgin gay guy, there's going to be trouble, Joe.
2 years older. I'm talking about 40 minutes.
Even more trouble. And look, imagine the fear and trepidation that was in your heart when you tried to ask a girl out at 15. Even though you knew she was heterosexual, you just had to figure out whether she liked you or not.
Right.
Imagine if you didn't even know their sexual proclivity.
Yeah.
You'd be screwed and it was a guy. Oh, James?
Yes, sir.
You're 24. You claim to know the origin of the word bong.
Yes, I do. I have my Encarta dictionary right here. First dictionary the first definition here. A bong is a deep, resonant sound, especially from a bell. Now, would you say that a bong is, or that a bong is like a shape of like a bell, kind of?
No, bong would be like bong, gong, 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 gong. That's they're talking about bong.
Yeah, they're talking about bong like gong.
Yeah, like
it's named gong.
Gong makes a bong sound when you hit it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that gong instrument, which is named gong. Because it's like calling a trumpet a...
I like that too.
A toot.
Yeah, toot. How creative was that gong?
Hey, Adam, I have a little surprise for you.
All right, well, keep going, would you?
Oh, okay. Well, here, listen to this. This is probably your favorite sound in the world. That's what I got from you last night.
Okay. No. No. That is so painful.
I know, I'm sorry. I had to do it for you.
All right.
I figured Anderson could put it on a card or something, you know?
No, he's not that. He's nowhere near that motivated or that talented.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that sound too. I'm suing everybody. All right, so James, you have nothing but a noise for us.
Pretty much.
Thank you.
I'm bored.
Okay. All right, buddy. Keep listening.
Thanks for putting me on the air for...
You're calling from Santa Barbara. Did you move there?
Yes, I did. I moved here back in 98 from a little BS town called Napomo.
So you thought you were going to go to college or what?
No.
You'll never get out of that Santa Barbara.
I know.
You understand? They ought to call that place heroin. You never leave. You go there, you take off your Dockers, you put on a pair of sweatpants and some thongs, you start walking around the beach and you never leave. You start smoking weed, looking up bong. That's it.
No motivation whatsoever.
That's fine. Enjoy.
Yeah, thanks.
Sure, good times. Listen, the joke's on all of us over here in L.A. in the rat race, trying to scrape to get a nut. These guys are in Santa Barbara enjoying their lives. I have a bunch of friends who went to school there. They never get out. They end up working at a head shop.
Or a bike shop.
Parents drop $150,000 on education so they can repair bongs. Amber? Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Could be in for a lightning round. That's a good point, Anderson. Lightning round. Yeah. What's up, Anderson? Amber?
Yeah, I was just wondering what would be the best way to tell my mom that I'm bisexual.
Yeah, you're 17. Why is it? You heard our last caller who had a good impulse about telling the parents when he left home. If you were heterosexual, would you stand up at dinner table and announce that you're heterosexual? Or if you just had sex with a male, would you stand up and announce that?
No.
Yeah, so why do you need to tell her what your private proclivities are?
Because she kind of likes to know, like my sister is lesbian, and she knows that, but I'm afraid to tell my mom.
Ooh. What's going on in the family? Where's Dad?
Dad is in Seattle.
Uh-huh. He abandoned the family?
No, they just, my mom and my dad split up when I was about 2. And
do you see him?
Yeah, I see him every other weekend. I go to his house, so yeah.
Every other weekend you go... you're in Washington State. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And ever molested?
No.
No. But yet your sister is lesbian.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 17 also.
How's your mom doing with her?
She's kind of standoffish.
Wait, are you guys twins?
No, she's my stepsister.
I see. Well, your mom doesn't care too much because, stepsister. She was all right with that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long? Having a stepkid's great because it's kind of your kid, but kind of not. It's kind of like a rent-a-car. You don't want to see the thing get totaled, but if the tranny blows out, who cares? Stepkid. And your parents, your stepdad, your mom have been together for how long?
10 years.
Okay. And so it's just coincidence that both of you are lesbian or you're bisexual, or have you
Yeah.
been with a woman?
You're lesbian.
Yeah.
You have. You enjoy that?
Yes, a lot.
And you enjoy men too?
Yes, a whole lot.
Oh, a whole lot. Well, which one do you enjoy more?
Well, I like females better.
Uh-huh. Why don't you just declare a major and call yourself lesbian?
Because I also like the other one.
Was your stepdad sort of a rageful guy?
Huh?
Was your stepdad sort of a rageful guy?
Well, kind of. He gets mean.
Yeah, that's what I get here.
Yeah, stepdad's kind of the through line here. Yeah. And is your sister, your stepsister, she's sort of chaotic?
No.
No? Everything's going good for her?
Yeah.
Getting good grades, going off to college somewhere?
Yeah.
Doesn't have the black nail polish and a bone through her nose?
No.
Just likes the ladies, huh?
Yeah, she's just like if you didn't know her, you'd think she was just a normal person.
Oh. What about you two? You ever have a go at each other?
No.
Really?
That would be dirty.
Oh, yeah. But why not? I mean, you're both, into the ladies.
Well, because I have my girlfriends and she has hers.
I see.
They're siblings.
Something sort of healthy about that.
Yeah.
Tell you, a couple of gay guys couldn't hold off. Under the
If they're
same roof, same age. Forget it. No blood, no way. Turn that place into a bathhouse in seconds flat. All right. Hey, how about you do this? Are you going to go off to college?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you going to college?
I'm going to go to Washington State.
Okay. So, wait till you go off to college. Will you move away from home?
Yeah.
Okay. Move out, and then you drop the bomb. And that way, if there's any repercussions, you're fine.
Yeah, you don't tell her when you're living there.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, they could make things hard on you.
Why is that?
You really need them for your senior year to know you're blowing guys and going down on chicks.
Yeah. Why is that?
How important is that?
Well, it helps them to understand that they...
Look, she's going to freak out when you get anywhere near that topic with her, right?
You angry at your mom?
Well, no.
You love your mom?
Yeah.
Good woman?
Yeah.
Doesn't drink?
No.
Into the weed?
No.
Ever hit you?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Payback time, Mama.
Yeah, here it is. Bring that stepdad in, too.
She's nice,
See?
though.
You beat my ass, and this is what you get. No kids. No grandkids. Hope you had fun.
Because I was taking nude pictures in my room one time. She got mad at me.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, oh, what are you doing? Are you funny friends? I'm like, whatever, Mom, you're crazy.
I see. All right, so you're angry at your mom.
There we go.
You're pretty angry at your mom.
Really angry, Amber.
All right.
We're not going to let you just be out there. Our desire is not that you gratify that anger. That's not
when you tell your mom you're lesbian or bi, you'll not feel any better. You'll be more angry, surprisingly enough. What a shocking revelation. A youngster is called the show who wants to come out to his parents, is angry at his parents. Listen, do not screw with your daughters. Boy, have I learned this from doing this show. It will be, or if you are going to screw with your daughters, really savor it, because it's going to be payback time. And women live longer than men. Your mom will be 85, daughter will be 63, and still be paying you back. It'll just keep going. Dad will be 10 years in the grave.
Yeah.
He'll have been boozing so hard he'll forget all about it. All right, what are we doing? Lightning round?
Yeah.
Big lightning round after this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, hey, that little rockola, that's good old body, smack dab in the middle of the fast 8.5 minutes, we're gonna have the phone. Well, wait a minute, let's check the time real fast. It's 11:49 and 55 seconds. That's 10 minutes and 5 seconds away from the top of the hour, the witching hour, 12 minutes. Smack dab, having a good partner over there, Dr. Drew, hot, 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 and the good boys from Blink gonna be coming in here. Rocking the house is Blink 182 to you. Not 181 like they were last year. 182 this year, buddy. They're coming in and rocking the house tomorrow night. So that's going to be a good time. They're hot, hot, hot. David, 32 on another line. What's going on there, buddy? I'm going to help you with now.
Hello?
David, now.
David, what's going on?
It's Rocco over here, buddy. What's going on?
David, go.
Yeah, I can talk to you, buddy. David, right?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, David,
go.
What's going on there, buddy?
I'm trying to answer his question about what a bong is.
What is the bong? I'm no stranger to it myself, like a little weed every once in a while.
All right, what is that?
It's actually from bung, and he's going to love this. There are two definitions. One is from bung as in bunghole, because it resembles a barrel.
Nice.
And the second is a bundle of hemp stalks, which is an archaic usage, but the term is very old.
Where did that come from?
Hold on, Drew. Let me check time real fast. It's 11:51 and 5 seconds. That's 8 minutes and 55 seconds away from the top of the hour. Share the witching hours right down the middle, line around fast. Where they going? Mace Rock only goodbye right there, Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew, I'm trying to answer your question.
All your lines. You're on the love line.
Where did it come from, David? Where was it, like, who is attributed to, or what part of the country?
Sure. It's I'm reading out of an OED.
What's an OED?
Oxford English Dictionary. Yeah, right.
Go ahead there, David. Go ahead there, buddy.
It's, 1571, it was in something called Digger's Pantoon. I mean, who cares? But, and the other one is it originally was a nautical term to describe the thing that plugs a hole in a barrel.
I see you say. All right there, David. Hey, thanks a lot, buddy. I got a windbreaker going on here. Let's check the time real fast. Almost wrung my coffee mug like it was a cow. What do you say? That would have been a mess. That would have been a little bounty moment for you. Let's check the time real fast. 11:52 straight up. 8 minutes away from the top of the hour. 12 minutes. So you're witching out, and you're smack dab in the middle of the fast 8.5 minutes of radio. Light around. Goodbye there. Ace Rock. Those partner there, Dr. Drew. Hot. Blink 182 coming in tomorrow night. Hot. And let's hop back on the phones and talk to you. Lisa, what's going on? For yourself, what's going on, sweetie?
Yeah, I have a question for Dr. Drew. I'm 6 months pregnant.
6 months. Little bun in the oven. Bun in the oven.
I want to know the difference between discipline and abuse, because we talk about abuse all the time with these.
Abuse is where you do anything that is exploitative or non-respectful of the separate wholeness of the other individual. You would never go up to another adult and smack them because they didn't do what you wanted them to do.
You're not. They think that if you're disciplining them, they know their teacher, and they're called abuse.
Discipline is.
You have kids there?
I have stepchildren.
Discipline is deciding what you want them to do. To the extent that they do not comply, you create consequences. Typically, the most powerful shaper of behaviors is withdrawing things that they like. Taking away toys, taking away privileges.
Let me tell you the difference between... Now, hold on a second, babe. Let me tell you something about the discipline. Discipline is when you tell that 6-month fetus, hey, quit kicking. Abuse is when you shock yourself in the gut. All right, sweetheart? That's the definition. Thank you very much. I don't believe in child abuse. I'm going to say that right now. And the jury's still out on rape. Let me check time real fast. It's 11:53 and 35 seconds. That's 6 minutes and 25 seconds away from top the hour. Just happened to the one call over here. Go on through it. I'm going to power through. It's hot. Blink 182 tomorrow night. Don't be here. I'm going to one more time. Let's say to Johnny. Johnny, what do you say? 25 years old. What's going on there, brother? You got a little lump on your testes there, buddy?
Hey, I got a lump on my right testis. I had it checked out in college about 4 years ago. Doctor was kind of vague, but he said it was okay. I do self-exam regularly, and just the other day, I discovered another lump about an inch down from my scrotum. It's about the size of the jelly bean, and it's painful to the touch. I assume I should get it checked out, but I don't want to deal with any middleman. Don't want to go to a doctor who's going to say, yeah, it's a lump. Go get it checked out by someone specific.
Go see a urologist.
Urologist, check out. And let me tell you something. An inch down, Ace Rock, Carolla, scrolling. It's a half-inch further than his penis. Right now, Jack, a lot, but I'm serious. It's just a little break. We'll be right back. Hot. Human nature. Hey. Oh, there you go. Blink 182 coming in here tomorrow night.
And Wednesday?
And Wednesday, Jerry from Survivor, and then Big Boob Queen, Danny Ash, will be in here.
Does she have heavy accented, too, just like
Minka?
Minka?
Number 1 Asian Big Boob Queen.
Number 1 Asian Big Boob Queen.
Boy, that was a struggle for her to say that.
No kidding. Who's number 1?
Now, imagine me with, 14 Heinekens in me, sitting in a strip club with Whitesnake blaring in the background, trying to communicate with her on my lap.
Nice.
Enjoy yourself. Yeah. Number 1. You want a drink? No.
Number 1.
You don't need money? No, I need money. Oh, my God.
Don't play tennis no more.
Not with those jugs. All right, so until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.